Welcome back to Cham'Pain with Cavanagh. I'm Craig Cavanagh, and we've got one of the biggest guests on at the minute. So he's not just known in Liverpool, he's known around the world. You may know him as the Queen of Scotty Road, but I know him as Phil Regan. Phil, welcome to the show. How are you feeling?
Do you know what, Craig? Thanks very much for inviting me on. I've been looking forward to it, to tell the truth. Thanks, Craig.
I have. And do you know what? Before we get started, probably won't remember this, but my best mate Christina, been mates for 30 years, and we went out the masquerade this time. I think it must have been 2003-ish, 2004, and we walked into this. You had this most brilliant aura and energy about you. The first time I'd ever met you, you probably won't remember, and you got us both half a lager and lime. And we sat with you, and then I had to go. I was working in the other bar, one of the bars around the corner, and Christina was like, "Oh, I'll come and sit with you." And you went, "No, you won't, girl. You'll come with me." And you came to where I worked, and you sat with her, and you had a bevy with her the whole time, and she adores you. Yeah. And that was the first time I ever met you. You know, that was, and that was many moons ago. That was many moons
20 years ago.
So I wanted to get that out because no matter what, like, people see this big flamboyant side to you, you've got such a soft side. You took it under you and you never even knew it, and you've never seen it again since. And you know, does it annoy you that people don't see that side?
Yeah, it does. It does annoy me a lot. Mm-hmm. Do you know what, Craig? I do a lot for a lot of people, and I do not tell anyone. Mm-hmm. I do not. If I'm doing something and someone's filming me, I don't know they're filming me. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they put it out on social media. That's up to them. That's what they've done. Mm-hmm. But no, I do a lot of things, and I don't broadcast it. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm a person who will help. God knows, and I will help anyone. Mm-hmm. I will try my best to help them.
And that comes from your roots, and that's where we want to go back to today. So, what was it like growing up on Scotty Road? Okay, let's go back to your childhood. I want to go straight back. I want to know the ins and outs.
What was it like? Do you know what? It was, I'll be honest with you, it was good. It was good. We were all rough and ready. You know, people turn around and say, and a lot of people do say to me, did you get bullied? Why would you say that? Why would people say to get bullied? No, I was a normal kid, fought, fight like kids do, fell over, scraped my knee, went home crying, fought with children. That's the way we was. Yeah. I was on all the club, when I say the clubs, all the U clubs on Scotty, Lee Jones's, Titchfield's, Epsom Way Club, the Rotunda Club. You know, I can go on Strawberry Club. You know, I hanged around on that road. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you know what? I might as well say I was one of the populous persons in school and all. One of the well-known persons in school and all.
I can tell. But you know what? That's like a fight or flight thing. When
I sort of for myself,
with the way we've been brought into the world, you know. Yeah. And I think people ask that question. Yeah. Did you get bullied? Did you get bullied? No. Because that's like the common denominator, the way people from our community are treated. But you seem like you took care of yourself. Yeah. So growing up on Scotty, what was your family life like when you grew up? What was that like?
Well, my family were working class family. You know what I mean? Big family. Come from my mother's side come from Scotland Road. My dad's side come from Scotland Road. Big family. All working class. They done this and done that to make a living. You know,
it's the Scouse way, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, your dad too, didn't you? But no, my mother worked very hard. She worked all her life very hard. She did. She really did.
What school did you go to?
I went to St. Gerard's, and then from St. Gerard's, I went to St. Bridget. That's on Sylvester Street, but that was the old Archbishop Whiteside, but it got changed to St. Bridget's then.
Is that, yeah?
Sylvester Street.
So obviously growing up, like, you sort of looked after yourself and all that. So I want to talk about obviously when you knew you were gay, growing up as a gay man, because it wasn't as widely accepted as it is now. And I'd still say there was a lot more work to do. But how did you handle that?
Well, you know, you're growing up and you don't know what you are really. When I say you don't know what you are, you're saying, because you're not looking at girls.
Definitely.
No, you're not looking at girls. Girls are your friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you're looking at lads, in other words, which they are lads, boys, because you're a boy and all at the same time. You know what I mean? And you're looking at them, and I've got to be honest with you, I didn't struggle with it. Craig, honest to God, I didn't struggle with it. I really didn't. I knew what it was. Yeah. I knew what it was. Knew exactly what it was. Tell the truth. You know, I had my first experience when I was 14.
14.
Yeah, and I could tell you where that was really if I wanted to. I was in school and we used to get sent on a Monday up to, it's the Lipper now, up to, I'm saying Arden Street, what is it?
What's that street called?
Catherine Street, by Catherine Street.
Catherine Street. Yeah.
Because just working Lipper, cleaning. And we went anyway with photography. So we had to go out to take photos. And we went to the church and take photos. And that was my first experience.
And 14.
Yeah, my first. And he was 14 and all.
And he was 14
Yeah,
and
he was
all.
14 and all.
That's just so mad that you've been so comfy from such a young
14,
age about it. Because I wouldn't say I felt like it's a bit jealousy because like I kind of struggled, but I think that was
a lot of people said
that was like I knew what it was, but it was like because of everything that was going, like the things that people would say, not necessarily to me, but
Craig, come on. Come on, we all know this. Kids can be very cruel.
They're violent.
You know, kids can be queer, you know, all this. But do you know what? I'm getting on to queer here. Right, me personally, you got all these, and I'm going to say it, I don't give a shit what they fucking say, all these crackpots, we're queer, we're here, we're proud, fuck off, fucking kanker gobshites. They don't know what fucking queer means, what these people for us who get bastards, who get shouts of queer at. So all these ones, we're taking it back. Well, what are you taking back? I don't care what anyone fucking says, it's my opinion. You know what I mean? No one's going to take it from me, but I don't agree in it.
No, I
don't agree, and that's just me personally.
I actually don't. Some people take offence to the word. They don't know the meaning of the word, really, do they?
You know, I mean, sometimes I have a joke and I go, cheers to queers and balls to Tories. Sometimes I do. But people don't know what queer means. Queer means someone who's strange, and you're not, and I'm certainly not.
No.
You know what I mean?
Bit loopy.
Oh, a bit fucking cracked.
I'll take the loopy. I'll take the loopy any day.
Cheers today, love. Oh.
Was there any challenges you faced growing up? Any challenges at all?
Well, challenges. Do you know what, Craig? If I can say challenges, I know who I was. I know exactly who I was. So it didn't really bother me. Challenges when you say, well, I think we've all had to fight something.
Yeah, so for instance, like, because for me personally, I if I would have been a straight fella, I would have been elevated in my profession in hospitality to a general manager sooner than when I got it. And I think it was because people are threatened by, you know, because when you're outspoken and you get your own, I wouldn't say get your own way, but you know, when you're right,
I know what you mean.
You sort of put in this, it's because he's gay, he's a diva, and I am, but in the best way.
I understand what you mean, Dave.
So challenges in that way, so it can stop you from getting jobs, and you know, in certain situations.
Yeah.
Did you face any challenges like that?
Do you know what? Yeah, I could say that. Yeah, I could say that.
When you think about it like
when
that.
When I think about where you'd explain it, yeah, I could. Yeah, I really, really could say that. You know, I know exactly what you're talking about now. Yeah, you go for the job. I know exactly what you mean now. And something's come back. You can go to the job and you know you're the better person because you're gay. I'm going back. I'm God's fucking 20 years older than you. So you're going back and them days it was completely different. But I was more in people's faces.
Yeah.
I was more in their faces. I didn't give a shite. Yeah. I was more in their face. I was on the gay scene when I was 15.
Was you
know
really?
What I mean? Yeah, I didn't give a shite. Yeah.
What was the gay scene like back
fantastic.
Then? Was it?
Well, I can tell you a few. Some were fantastic. It was good. It was really good. They all looked after one another, but it could be a bad time and all. You know, it was between Reflections. Reflections was fantastic. Jodie's was brilliant. You know, all the best things. But you know what? We could all be standing on the corner. Right, the police car to pull up and the police to get out and the police spit at you.
You joking?
No, I'm not.
That's
wrong. I'm fucking not. Yeah.
And do you know what? It's it's so funny. Like, so there was I won't name them, but there was a young LGBT community person, and they mentioned in passing, they were like, oh, and they were talking about how hard they think they've got it, and I just lost it. I was like, I think you've got it hard. Like, I don't know half the stuff that people from back in the day went through, but like, from what I watch people go through, even I was born late 80s, so and the things that I watched and heard and seen, even as it was getting more acceptable and more people were just like, oh, you know, finally coming around to the idea of something that we can't change about ourselves. I just lost it, and I was like, you haven't got a clue. I was like, you're still
I mean, I remember a few people getting murdered on the gay scene. You know, I remember loads of mates, it must be going back in the early 90s, we were all in the masquerade and someone did the masquerade and he got murdered, he coughed somebody and he stabbed and we all went to court over that.
Wow.
Then another person were in Paco, someone, I'm like the fucking black word, so then someone else got murdered, we had to go to court, we were all there like in the thing. So you know what, no one's got a fucking clue. And these ones today, you know, what if they got art? And I just think, not of course not all of them, I just think, half of them are fucking ear loopy. I think half of them are fucking tapped.
I just feel like, you know, they've got it so much better because they can be openly gay in school. Like, and I mean, you could have been openly gay. You know, there's so much going for them now, and in that sense, it's so much easier and
well, of course, you see, I know few of my friends, you know, they've got sons who are gay, and you know, the courting, you know, it's courting, well, they're going out, whatever you want to call it, courting, boyfriends. So, you know, and they're still in school, they're about 15 and that, and the same with girls who are now, who are gay. Like, and you know what, that's a little nice thing though, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, my first love, I always say,
never forget it.
Yeah, but I didn't know how to act with them because I'd faked being with girls and stuff in school. And I always feel like when you're that young and you're in school, you can...
Never done that.
Yeah, you puppy... when you have like a girl and a lad, they'll have puppy love.
Yeah.
And any kinks in the personality get worked out and they were... But I think I was 18 when I first fell in love.
Yeah.
And I was a nightmare to be around because I didn't know how to treat them. I didn't know how to treat myself. And I feel like if I would have been able to date someone in school when I was younger and learn at a young age, I probably wouldn't have acted the way I did with them. And, you know.
See, sometimes you can put a front on and you can hear people.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
I've been there, darling. You can hear people. And then people don't see the real you. Then people think you're a bully and people think you're this and that. And then it comes that way where it makes you so hard inside, where even a smack doesn't hit you.
Yeah, you become cold to it almost, don't you? So
been there and done it.
Been there, done it.
Been there and done it.
Got the flashy t-shirt.
Yeah.
Or the shirt.
This is it.
So looking back, who were some of the people or figures that helped you shape your identity? Like you looked up to as gay men.
Gay men?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking no one.
Absolutely nobody.
No one. I didn't look up to whoever and say, I want to be, and I didn't, Craig, I want to be like them. I didn't. You know what I mean?
Not of the famous guy, not of the famous guys.
I swear this, no? I never. I was who I was. I was brassy.
Yeah.
I was very brassy. I was very loud. Very loud.
Never.
No, yeah. Very loud. I was very in people's faces. I met some lifelong friends when I was younger, still friends with today. I might hear off them from one year to another, and you know, but I do bump into them when I do bump into them, and we have a good little drink and all that. But no, Craig, I can honestly say to you,
I love that.
I can honestly say to you, no, I'm myself, I'm who I am.
I take no times past when you've seen them.
If you don't fucking like me, no one's asking you to sit me now, fuck off. Know what I mean? That'd be as good as me. You know,
I love this.
And it's a few of them where I fucking put the knife in my fucking back and telling you.
No, we're gonna get to that. And you know what? We don't have to give them no airtime, but we can tell the story.
Yes,
and
we can, darling.
This is your story. This is no one else's. So you've seen the gay scene obviously evolve over the years, especially here in Liverpool. Can you walk us through how it changed, and when obviously you first got involved when you were 15, how it's changed from then till now?
How it changed. Well, on the gay scene years ago, I can name all the bars, right? Now, I remember when the Masquerade first opened, right? And it was Carl Jones who had it. And I was one of the first ones to work, and they were Cavanagh, Eddie Taylor. We were the first ones. Yeah. That's what people don't know about that. There was Carl Jones, Jobo Jones, who had it. And we were the first ones what worked in the Masquerade, and I think it was 92. That opens 92. And then Carl sold it, or at least whatever, then Phil got it. and I worked for, me and Kevin worked for Phil. I never worked long for him, but I worked there a month or two then till he got whatever. But anyway, cut a long story short, it was a big Sadie's Bar Royal that was up Wood Street, and he wouldn't let women in. And he was
so there's a gay bar on Wood Street?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Oh, go away.
I didn't. Swear down. On the Bible.
Here's Sadie. Isn't this funny? Here's Sadie.
Ringing you?
No, she said it's been set for 100 years.
Oh my God.
Fuck off. No, I'll show you. I sent a picture to someone the other day. They went, oh, fucking hell. Just show you. Then you'd have a clue what I'm talking about.
Go on.
Harry. Yeah. That was Sadie.
Oh my God.
Hard fella. Always wore a red wig.
And that was on Wood Street?
Yes, that was what he owned that.
That's madness.
He had the case and all before Cham'Pain took it over. Yeah.
That was a funny gap.
You know, I know, it was so lovely. You look at Pack House, there's all the people in Pack House, Gordon Shearer, Monica, there's Pack House them days.
What street was Pack House on?
Stanley Street.
So what's it? Is that where it was?
Stanley Street facing Superstars, yeah.
Right by where she...
Next door to Lisbon, there's the Lisbon, then you got the entry, you got Benetton there, and then the Navy Bar. Then in between that was Jodie's. She used to go down the stairs. That would be fantastic, Jodie's. And then it was upstairs, never used to stand to look over at the dance floor.
Yeah.
Then it was Reflections. Oh, so love Reflections. That was brilliant. That had two upstairs. Of course, the case, and that was good. It was all them, but they were good. And do you know what? Everyone looked after one another. I mean, years ago, they used to say £1 to get in, or 50 pence to square. You never had the 50 pence. They used to let you in.
Oh.
They used to let you in. Honest.
I didn't know any of that. So you didn't get none of that. So the evolution of it's just like, it's just completely different now.
Yeah, Wood Street was gay bar and Sadie's. And Sadie's used to open the window and look and say, oh, you can come in. And he used to bounce at the door, used to open the door, it would shut and come in. But he wouldn't let women in. Wouldn't let women in. No, wouldn't let women in.
Where did the lesbians go then?
I don't know. I don't know. Can we? It was a few, and then it was the Beer Port. That was good. Then it was Crocodile Billy. That's off. I can tell you where that is. Well, I think that was a cafe and all that. Do you know where you're going to exchange flags? It's up that sea. That was a good bar. The Crocodile Billy. That was a gay bar. That was good. That used to be good. It's quite a few little bars. What's gone now, of course. Yeah. What was good? And
how do you think they compare to the scene we've got now?
Oh, no. Personally, I don't know, Craig, because I think this scene today, they're going. You know what the way to say. They're going out at 12 o'clock of a night. They're getting the bus into town at 12 o'clock of a night because it's open. So it's no community. I personally don't think it is the community there. It's not for me no more.
Because the only one that really opens any earlier, like early-ish in that sense, is probably the Lisbon.
Yeah, 3 o'clock. That was open at 11 o'clock more. Now it's 3 o'clock. No one goes in there.
That was the first gay bar I ever went to. I think I was 17. What's better, and what do you think we still need to work on in terms of inclusion, acceptance within our own scene? Because let's be honest, most gay people don't like each other at all.
Oh, I know that.
They pit each other against each other, and they create stuff like that.
Do you know what, Craig? Do you know what? Honestly, I swear this to you, and I really mean it. Why do these queens make lies up about people? Just not queens and all the rest with them. Make lies up when you haven't, and that person hasn't said that about you. You just know that. You just know that. But they just make it up.
It happens all the time.
And I go, why? Because you're not going to make friends. All right, we make friends, we fall out, you fall in. That's just fucking life, no problem. Yeah. But why do you want to say all this and make lies? And then you get some of them, and Craig, come on, I don't have to say it, the many names. Half of them need fucking shooting.
I know.
No, come on now. We're not saying no names.
We don't need to give them airtime.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
I think I know exactly what you mean. I know who you're talking about.
Need fucking shooting.
I just feel like it's took from what you've said from the past. The community thing has been took out of it. Today.
I can tell you where the first gay pride was in Liverpool because I was there.
Where was it? Go on.
Right.
Tell me.
Do you know where? The Brunswick on Tyburn Street. No, up there was a square. And I was going to have the gay bar there and all. Honest took Time House. Oh, it was be brilliant Time House.
Time House.
Oh, it was be brilliant. A pub there, it was brilliant Time House. Used to sit outside, that was good there. And they were the first ones to do gay pride. I think that could have been, Craig, that could have been around, I was 89, I was 16, 89. I was 16 and 89. 16, 90. I would say about 91, Craig.
Oh, 91, that was the first one?
Yeah, and then they never done it for a few years, but that was the first gay pride.
What was that like?
That was brilliant. I can remember that. That was brilliant. I always remember that. All of us all, we're like these ones today, of course, but it was just everyone who we knew were there, in other words.
Oh, I didn't know that was the first one.
Yeah.
So obviously we're talking about the golden days and the golden age before any of the new gay scene and the new era. Can you tell me an unforgettable story from back in the day that really sticks out?
Oh, Craig, I can't.
You've got this is your story, and you know it's not his story. Whoever he is, of telling yours. This is you.
You're not the gay bar. Jeez, they're all coming back to me, Craig. It was be the escape in Paradise Street.
Do you know what? I used to hear about stories about there. Yeah, well, when I first started going on,
it was good. I was 23, no, I wasn't, I was 22. And I was with my mates. And I could tell you a few stories, but this is one what I will always stick in my mind. And times was hard and friends was few. We're counting our coppers. Oh, so my mate went, I said, take that fucking drink, because I've got a fucking penny. I said, take the drink. Anyway, this starts to say, that's my drink. Yeah. I used to say, yes, and robbing us. I said, so we got mixed up. And he got us a drink. But that ended up being my first love.
Really?
Yeah. That ends up being my first love.
After you've robbed his bevy?
Yeah, that ended up being my first love.
Oh my God, let's talk about that, your first love. What was that like for you, the first love?
He was from the South End. From the South End.
Of Liverpool?
Yeah, so he was, I think he was 7 years older than me, yeah. He was about 7 years older than me, yeah. And we hit it off right away. And he was good, but because Craig, I could palsy. I said no. Well, of course I knew what it was, but I never told. I never dealt with nothing like that. He was on drugs.
Yeah,
but heavy drugs, like smack heroin.
Wow.
On that, and I didn't know. And I remember going to his one day, and I had full sovereigns on every finger. On every finger, full sovereigns. On all me, there was the starling all on my fingers, and I woke up and all my fucking sovereigns was gone.
No.
Yeah, all my sovereigns was gone and he must have went out and whatever, sold them and all that, whatever. And Craig, do you know what? I decided, God knows how I done it, I don't know, Craig. I decided to walk away there and then. And I never looked back, from there. I didn't look back. I didn't, because I thought he's going to have me in the fucking gussy. He never said to me, try drugs or nothing like that. He didn't, nothing like that. But he told me he was on a heroin, because I didn't know what heroin was. Well, I knew what it was, but I never knocked around with anyone like that. You know what I mean? I didn't knock around with people like that.
It's heartbreaking. That takes some strength to do what you've done there.
That was my first love. People don't,
when you're in love, you're blind.
Of course
sometimes,
you are. Of course you are. See, a lot of people don't know. I've got feelings. God knows I've got feelings. You know what I mean?
I know that.
I can be a hard person to certain people. I can put a front on, like everyone can, a front on to people. But you know what, Craig? I'd always be a good friend to you. I'd always be a good friend. But what my motto is, and people that know me, you do me wrong and you won't get a second chance. Because, Craig, I believe in it. You done wrong. I don't mean have a little tiff and an argument. I don't mean stuff like that, Craig. If you done wrong, remember I said this to you. If they've done wrong to you, I mean bad, right? Don't give them a second chance, Craig, because they're doing a fucking game to you. I've been wrong once or twice, darling. Yeah. I think we all have.
So how long did it take you to get over that first heartbreak? Like,
how long did it take me? It took me a hell of a long time. Hell of a long time.
It does.
Hell of a long time.
Did it affect the way you
that's it.
went into love? Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, I couldn't trust anyone. Couldn't trust anyone. And then I got asked to get took house. And then I meet them, take it out. And it was, how can I say it? I couldn't show any feelings. You understand what I mean? So in other words, it was just fucking sex.
Yeah,
It was
you have to
just
protect
sex.
yourself, though. You have to protect your heart.
So
don't
I
you?
couldn't think. I knew it me say, oh no, I don't want to know. I just like to be your friends. That's it. Just don't want to know. But that took me a fucking hell of a long time. That took me years to get over all that. No, not to trust people.
Did you ever see him again after that? After you walked away?
I did. Yeah, once I seen him. Once. And he come up to me and he said to me, I'd always love you. I said, no, never. I'd always love you, I say. Remember that? Never seen him from that day to this day. So we're looking here, we're going here now, 30 years.
You haven't seen him
So I
30
haven't seen him
years?
30 years. No. I wish him all the, you know, I don't wish him, he could be said, I don't know. Wish him all the good luck in the world, you know what I mean? Don't wish him no harm. You know what I mean? But yeah.
So did you ever fall in love again after that?
Of course I did.
Yeah.
Of course I did. Fell in love with someone else. But these people I can't name, a lot of them are straight fellas.
Same.
Yeah, a lot of them are straight fellas, love. So I would never, ever, I would never do it. You know what I mean?
Common ground.
But,
I'm totally,
but Craig, you're always second fucking best.
Yeah,
And why should you be second best, Craig? Why should you be second best? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in other words, why should you be anyone's dirty secret?
Yeah, exactly.
Why fucking should you? Then I'd be as good as you.
It takes you a long time. It was only
telling
about a
me.
year ago.
telling
It takes
me.
you a long time.
Yeah.
So I think for years I was like, there's an what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a gratifying thing. You're like, oh, I'm, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I understand.
You think you're Billy bollocks.
I know that.
And then you realise one day and you go, shit.
Yeah, second
I'm the
class.
knobhead.
Yeah, exactly. You're the fucking knobhead. Exactly. That's it. You know what I mean? But don't get me wrong. Still have me fucking flings.
Yeah.
You know, we all do. But I know
They're
now.
healthy.
Yeah, I know they are. I know when it's these. Yeah, you're right. I know when it's a fling. I know the next day it's ta-da to fucking you. Ew. You know what I mean?
I do.
So, yeah.
Let's move on to social. I want to talk about social media.
Go on, yeah,
I want to talk about
yeah.
social media. Yeah, ta to fucking you. We've all heard it. How did that iconic moment come about? Where did it come from?
Right. Now, you know what those times are hard and friends of you, Craig. Craig, they all said that by my area years ago. All right, well, look at them times are hard and friends of you. You know what I mean? Oh, I haven't got a carry. You know, I haven't got a penny. You know, I was raised up with that. My grandmother, I was always in my grandmother's to live with it, to be honest with you, me mama. You know what I mean? She was a rough and ready woman, you know. So I always had these iconic women in my lives.
Yeah.
What were very, very tough women. Very, very tough women. You know, had to go out and work, had to fight for what they got. You know what I mean? You know, one of these things, you know, was out fighting in the street, boxing, you know, all that. I was raised up with very, very strong women.
Powerful women.
Yeah, I was honestly very, very powerful women. I was raised up with, honestly.
And that was where that saying comes from.
Yeah, all just not them, but I mean, people where we lived, you know, times are hard and friends of you. Ta-ra to fucking you. But I made ta-ra to fucking you myself.
Yeah, so that
yeah.
was. So I remember seeing the video, the one in the shop, and honest to God, like I must have played that at least 1,000 times. That was hysterical.
Well, do you know what, Craig?
How did that come back? That shop? Was that like? Did she accuse you in the shop?
No. I was on the 21st, right?
Yeah.
And because I've always been a cook. And at the time, I was working in the in Fowler's on London Road as a cook, you know. So I was in the 21st with my friend Paul and his partner Christy, and Paul's one of my best friends, and in the 21st, and as you know, it's party time. So,
of course.
Yeah, so I think I got in about 4 o'clock in the morning. So my other mate phoned me and said, I was still rotten when he phoned me, do you fancy come to the bingo, the Castle bingo? And I like the bingo. I do like the bingo, Craig. And I said, oh, okay, I'll go to the bingo with you. He said, get us a bottle of vodka. I said, all right. I said, get us the shop, because... will I mention the fucking name of the street or what? What do you think?
Yeah,
Trinity Road. Trinity Road to go loco. Going loco down in Acapulco. Definitely has a mouthful. And anyway, went in there. Now, the girl who I knew it. When I say I knew it, how should I put it this way to you? I knew going in. I've done 1 or 2 videos in the shop, just soft ones, because I've been on social media for about 2 weeks,
Yeah.
And she knew who I was. She knew who I was, like, from the areas and that. And I just owed her a favour. I said, anyway, I got a bottle of vodka, got a bottle of coke. I said, just walk in and just make it up and just go along. And that was it. That, Craig, that was it.
Oh my God, you've destroyed. Like, I honestly thought that was real.
No.
Oh my God.
No. Honest, a lot of people thought
that was hysterical.
Oh, Craig, you wouldn't believe, honest to God, the fucking people. Do you know what, Craig? I'm walking along and people, I shit myself sometimes. Craig, you just wouldn't believe. I had police cars pulling up.
Yeah.
I swear to God, police cars, ambulances, fire engines, work fellas on the scaffolding. Honest to God, we have pictures. That's the truth. That's the truth. And I think with a few people what look at me, or a few people that know things, I see a lot of people can say who I am really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not a bullshit. I don't have, not like that.
No.
I stay away from all fucking them kinds of fucking people, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I'm a friend, and people know that I'll be a friend for fucking life to you. I'll be a good friend and all, and I will help you. If I can help you, I will help you. But a lot of people are not like that.
No, they're not.
Know what I mean? A lot of people.
And the people are jealous as well. How did it feel when you came? The green-eyed monsters.
Yeah.
But how did you feel when it blew up? Like, that must have been like a surreal feeling. Like,
No, well, I was instead of walking up to my mate Rob, so I put it on in the shop.
Yeah.
So Robert lived 5 minutes away. So I'm walking right up, and went in there, and then sitting down, and I said, sorry, we're going to be late for the bingo, because we just bring our own bottle in. Couldn't afford the prices, Craig. You know what I mean?
Haven't we all done it at one point?
But I'm just buying the pints of coke, and they fucking know now. When they go in, they go, you better not have your own bottle. At the Castle Bingo. But anyway, Robert, at the blue, and he went, something. He went, what's this? And I went, fucking hell, Phillip. He said, honest to God, this is 5 minutes. He said, Phillip's got, not even 5 minutes, it's got about 500,000 views on it. I said, and Craig, I was been on a week, so I didn't understand.
You didn't even know, like, you didn't understand the enormity
and the next
of it.
thing, we're going, he said, it's got 1 million. But then it went mad on Twitter, because people said me and Darren Till looked alike. So everyone say me and Darren Till looked alike. I've done cameo for him and all at him.
Have you?
Yeah,
Darren's great. I love Darren. He's
Joey
great.
Barton got me to do one for him. So it went all mad on there. Then I was getting millions of views on there and all, on Twitter. And then I was seeing other people sharing it. And when I was looking at that, I went, God, that's got 3 million on this. That's got that. And I was looking. Then someone come to me and turned around and said, this is the truth, this, Craig. Radio stations, other people said they've seen all the clips of the video, and out of all of them, like, you could have shared it, they could have shared it.
On all the different platforms.
Yeah, out of all of it, right, you're looking at 45 to 50 million views on that.
That's insane.
And that's
numbers,
the Craig,
isn't it?
that is the truth.
I've seen the numbers.
I've got it on 3 times. And I've got 12,500. I've got 2,500 on me TikTok, 2.5, and 10 million. So that's on only man alone. So that's 25. So on man alone is 27 million.
That's insane. Insane numbers, though.
Yeah,
and that's all. And this is the beauty of it. That's all for you. Just being you and your personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you just having a laugh and joking around. Like, how does that feel? Like, people have, after all these years of you being yourself, and all the shit you've gone through, and now look at you now. Like, how does it feel?
Do you know what? It's people. Do you know what, Craig? And I'm do you know what? I'm very rare to put myself up, because I'm not a person like that, and I'm very proud of myself now, because the people I've worked with, big A-lister, Craig, I'll do it in private to you, but I can show you all voicemails of everyone. I mean, I'm sitting up there. One morning, I woke up about 5 o'clock in the morning, and the next thing, a video got sent to me, Cavanagh, and he was in Miami, and he took me off, and he's going, you know what I always say, times that I
no
friends
way.
of you, to fucking you. Ew. And he sent me a voicemail. I'll let you listen to it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Sheldon Smith, Keith Lemon. I'm not throwing names in the app, but, let all you
if the names are there, throw them in.
I've worked with Rylan. Who else? Oh, Craig can go on and on.
So many.
I think I was starting to follow me the other day, and I was seeing, what's his name? the actor, nice actor.
Is it Stephen Graham?
Yeah, he saw his film, you just say him.
He's great. He's a good guy.
Yeah. I've never met him like, but who else? Craig, honest to God, you wouldn't believe it. And then I've got big A-list celebrities from America who follow me up. And who sent me messages. You might know this one, he's got 2 million followers. And I was showing my agent, she went, "What? Shit, him?" I said, "Yeah, who is he?" I said, "I don't know what." No, I'm not being, I'm saying not being
that just shows,
disrespectful saying that.
I know. And that just shows, and you know what you said, I'm proud of myself. You should be.
Yeah.
You
and
know.
if I did, I'd do that and come out and say, I'm proud of myself. But now I do say that.
You should be,
you know, Joe Lightly, you know, I had an email off Channel 4, and then I swapped numbers, and he got in touch with me, and he said, "We'd like you to come down, Joe Lightly's a great fan of yours, but we want it to be a secret, where we get you down, they pay for everything." Went down, they said, "Will this be all right, money-wise?" I said, "Yeah." Went down, they hit me, then he had to record myself, rehearse R4, because he was gone then. Because I could see him, but he was gone, but he didn't know me. So went back to the hotel. Cut a long story short, we went there, and at the after show, I walked out, and you know what? Honest to God, look, he says, "Oh my God, I just love you." You could see him. I don't want to be. He said, "Come on, let's have a selfie. I just love you." And then he got me back 2 weeks later on the end of the show.
That's amazing.
Got me back, yeah. Got me back, and you know, a great fan. Honest to God, now that's when I was with Patty and McGuinness and all them, Carol Fortman, all them. You know, Johnny Vegas. Yeah.
We just
another fucking one. Another one. But
how are we getting on?
Oh, wait, Craig. Are we going to Garland's?
If it was back the way it was, if it was back in the old day, then I would.
Go on, you're all right.
Thanks very much, Craig. Don't be silly. Bel Air does good shit.
Bel Air, yes.
We'll have some more of them when you're ready.
I went to Craig. Craig, what did they give me? Oh, Craig, do you know what? I'm not just saying this, I don't talk like that. I've got a few bottles in the house, in the room, in the bedroom. And I was in I got to fight some more Masons in Manchester. Oh, Craig, they looked out to you.
Did they?
Oh, Craig, honest to God. Very rare I go anyway. See, Craig, and he would give me a big bottle of his champagne, and the girl who gave me it, she went, that's a big one like that. I said, I'll keep that for a good occasion. But a lot of people see me on, how can I put it? That's why very rare you don't see me at events.
Yeah.
The reason why you don't see me at them, because I won't go to them. Right? If you're going to pay me, I'll go. I'll go. That's why I don't fucking go to any of them. What for? No, sorry, love. So if I'm anywhere and I'm doing anything, no matter where it is, you know I'm getting fucking paid for it.
You're getting paid.
I'm getting paid for it. And I'm telling you, I get paid for it. I say right away, let's get it sorted out.
Yeah.
So what I do now, Craig, is I look after myself, right? And I've had you know, I've had 2 managers, and you know what? Well, just one of them things, you had to move on. Camille, and you know, he showed me a lot of things and appreciates it. Then Will Cranny, who, you know, was a good, wages, showed me a lot of things. Frankie Allen, who's, you know, I used to work with all the time, who's one of the best fellas you could ever meet. But then, I decided after Eurovision, well, it's time for me to look after myself. And I tell you what, Craig, I don't think I've done too bad now.
No, I didn't think you'd have at all.
I do. But what used to get me, I used to be embarrassed.
Not at all, by the way.
Yeah. I used to be embarrassed talking about money.
Yeah, I think you get shamed. You feel shame.
I don't fucking know,
shame,
but I used to. I just say, well, this is what it is. If you don't want to, you know, move on. It's fine with me. You know, I'm not going to lose sleep. We're not going to fall out. You know, let's say leave it at that.
And it's so true. I know he's saying the truth, because like the only event I've ever seen you at was Carolyn Hughes' Christmas party. That was the only. Yeah. She throws a good bash.
Yeah, she does. No, that was it. Was quite good, because we were on the same with Anne Campbell, Chantel, we're all on that table, and it was really, it was a really good day and good night. You know what I mean?
It's brilliant.
But no, Craig, honestly, I swear to you, I don't go to any of them. Just say for instance, you might phone me, say, can you do me a big favour? We're going to this event. I've got a table. Could you be my?
Yeah.
I will. I might think, I'll go, well, you know what, you're my mate. I'll go with you. You know, I'm not. But I went to Andy at Car Waste Liverpool. There was an award ceremony, and we went the other week. Now, this wasn't about me. This wasn't about me, but they made it about me.
Did they?
And I didn't like it. No, I don't mean Andrew, not today, because it was about them. And then I said, no, who do we? I'm being honest with you. I said, we're fucking toting the streets. I said, they're talking about mental health. Oh, here we go. We've got to look after the kids in years to come. No, we fucking don't. We've got to look after the people today. Today, with depression.
Yeah.
I've been there myself, Craig.
We'll be able to learn the kids in the future.
I've been there myself, love. Been there myself. Well, we can get onto that later.
No, we definitely will. But I think you're right. I think you've got to start from the top for the new generation to be able to learn from us.
Craig, it was, and then I was sitting there, and we're on the table. I was sitting next to Auntie's sister talking, and Auntie sat that side, and we're talking away. And this lovely girl, don't get me wrong, she said, "Excuse me, you're Phillip Regan, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah, why?" She said, "Could we interview you?" And I said, "What do you want to interview me for?" I said, anyway, walked over the questions. Then I was at the bar, and she's a lovely girl, this other girl. We got the bar getting drinks in, and this girl come up, I think she's like Miss Liverpool or Miss Tiffany. Well, she was a nice girl. She got a picture. I said, "Oh no, love, you're not getting a picture at the bar. You want a picture? We'll get it at the stage." She said. Then on the thing, they went, Everyone, the Queen of, Auntie, you tell you know, the Queen of Scotty Road's in. Well, I didn't like that.
No.
Because the reason it wasn't about me, and everyone was clapping, and I just said to them, "This is not about me. This isn't about me. You know, I'm your guest. They haven't invited me. You invited me."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I take the shine off.
Yeah.
Off what
and then everyone was taking all pictures, then coming out pictures, and I just said, "Oh no," we went. I said, but it's just the way it is. But I honestly, God, Craig, I do not go to any events. Very, very rare.
Just the attention. Do you ever get overwhelmed by it?
Yeah. Do you know I'm fucking scared?
Yeah.
I'm scared. I've had people follow me up.
Really?
It's God to strike me dead. See, a lot of people don't know fucking all this about me. I've had people follow me up. Honest to God.
Petrifying that.
Craig. And then what I do now, right, very rare, but I still do it. If I get a taxi, phone a taxi, right, I'll turn around and say, "I'll be on the corner." Because after fucking taxi drivers, no.
He lives there. Yeah.
I've had loads knocked at my door. It's been terrible.
How'd you deal with it?
It has been terrible. Been fucking terrible, Craig. Yeah.
How'd you deal with it?
Well, what can you do? You know what I mean? I'm not a fucking person who phone police. That's my nature.
No.
That's
you handle your own shit.
Yeah, and it's you know, that's what I mean. A lot of them, Craig. And I say it here again, no matter for the East in Liverpool, they go outside to Liverpool to get a fucking nosebleed because no one knows them. No one knows them. Honest to God, I'm telling you. Honest to God, I'm telling you the truth. But you know, yeah, I see it's a lot of people. See, I don't talk like this. I don't go and say, people, and honestly, sometimes it's fucking scary.
And you know, one of the reasons I wanted to get you on here was because I wanted people to see that side of you, know your story and know everything about you, because I feel like it's easy to judge, to judge and to approach people in the middle of the streets when you don't know them, and
I get it all
you know, it's one of them. I want your permission, and please trust me. I've got to play a voice note to you. Someone sent me a voice note today.
What to say, the tasty prostitute bastards?
After that, no, before that, I'm joking. So listen to what they said about you, and I thought this. Let me just make sure this is loud. I got a tear in me. I thought this was gorgeous. So listen to this. You'll know who it is.
Hiya, Craig. Yeah, Phillip Regan. What can I say? Genuine fella. Obviously, it's mad to think that, you know, everyone sees his videos on the internet. I might have a certain opinion about him, but I can tell you now, he's one of the lads. And it's mad, isn't it? I even said to Phillip when we get on the house on fire, like, who would have thought, you know, someone like the Queen of Scotty and someone like me, opposite ends, polar opposites, but actually, he's that much of a genuine fella. He'll always have your back and he'll always be honest. He's a real serious gentleman, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'd have him on my corner any day of the week. Top guy.
Oh, that's lovely, that Andy.
Shout out to Andy.
Yeah, shout out to you, Andrew. So do I. Been to Wales. Really too. Really nice fella.
We had a couple of conversations. We've just been to Cyprus, me and my mate. And his little girl, we were all there together. And he said the most wonderful things about you.
That's lovely, that.
And he was like, you know,
He's a genuine
I think
fella.
it's brilliant that he's coming on and speaking to you. And I was like, can I tell you why? And I told him why I wanted to get you on. I was like, people have said things that we don't like each other.
Do you know what, Craig? Thank you, Craig.
know.
I really appreciate what you just said, and I really do. But Craig, let me get this out there, love. And honest to God, I'll tell you right to your face, I've never once, and I swear this, if someone said, you got it to my face and I'll say it, I've never once said I don't like you. I've never, ever in my life said once I don't like you.
And do you know what?
And that's the truth.
I know that's the truth.
That's the truth, that love. You've done good yourself, though.
Oh, Queenie.
You have. Come on
I'm doing
now.
okay. I'm doing all right.
Come on.
I'm doing all right.
Don't pull yourself down, love, because it's 20 behind you.
I've still got work to do. I've got to catch up to you.
Well, aye.
It's just my new mentor.
Yeah,
by the way. No, so listen. And then we had this big conversation about, you do me a favor and just send me the voice note and don't think about it too long. And he just done it. And then it was there. And I was like, I can't wait to play that for him because I just felt like it was the most genuine. People do not know that side of you. And I feel it's really important for them to know. I really do.
Well, see, what it is, I'll never be on a gravy tree. I'll say no names. Never be on anyone's gravy tree. Because I don't need to be on anyone's.
Yeah.
I've done it all myself. Got no one to thank anything for. Thank God this year I've been hit with a holy water bottle because the luck I've had this year, what's coming, the work, what's coming, Craig, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable, honestly. And it's the truth. And what people are going to see in the year, it's going to be fantastic. And they'll all be going, they won't stab me in the back. What's that? What's that bow and arrow? What's the other thing? What is it?
Is it a bow and arrow?
Is it a bow?
A slingshot.
What?
A slingshot? So it is.
Wait, yeah. Slingshot. They'd be fucking slinging it at me.
Do you mean like what Bart Simpson had?
Oh, aye.
No, wait. That is a slingshot.
Not an E. When you don't think a bow and arrow, but it's the other one.
A crossbow.
There we go. They shoot me with crossbows now. Shoot me. They're tearing the air out themselves with jealousy. Oh,
I love that. So this is what I wanted to ask you. So my surname's Cavanagh. And you said you were related to was that with a K or a C?
With a C.
With a C.
Yeah.
Because some of our original family, I've spoken to I'm sure they were from Scotty.
I know Cav. Well, Cav said, but then young Sig, he gets called, when I say young Sig, about 60 odd. He's Cav. Jim's Cav, his brother's Cav. Jim's 4 lads, they're all get called Cav. I know. I don't think Stephen's lad gets called. He's got twins and all. Cavanagh.
I'm gonna have to look back. I'm gonna have to look into this definitely.
Okay. Sig, sorry, with a C.
Because we've got C and K. So it's in our family. It's weird.
When you pronounce it, you can say Cavanagh, but if you pronounce with the C, it's what you just said.
Cavanagh's Irish, Cavanagh's Scottish. That's the difference.
I'm Irish.
But people don't even know, people who've got the C and the K don't even know like there's a different pronunciation. It's weird. So we've all seen the rise of social media stars, but yours was like a rocket ship. What's the most surprising thing that's come with this level of fame? Like, what's your pinnacle? Like, someone you've met, you've been starstruck by. What's the top one?
I've never been starstruck.
You never? No.
Craig, you might think I'm bullshit, and you hope you don't.
No,
think
I don't.
Craig,
I know.
No.
We know you tell the truth.
They're no better than me, and I'm no better than them. I might be as good as them, but I'm not better than them, and they're not better than me. You know what I mean?
What a way to put it.
Yeah. No, never, ever. I've never gone,
No.
Oh, well,
really?
Go over to me. Come here. Let's get a face out this shit. I'll tell you who I like. I like Patty McGuinness. I love
Patty McGuinness.
We went to a party together.
Okay, I want the tea on that one. Come on, spell.
Right, so we're doing Joe Lightly's show. So we're in the green room to me and Patty. I said, fucking get here. Get a fit out. So we're having a laugh and a joke. And then me and him got in the same taxi to go to the after party because Joe Lightly puts a big party on for the guests and all that. And me and him, we were out all night. Oh, he's a brilliant. It's a very down to earth. Very down to earth.
My mate loves him to bits and actually got me into him, and I think he's hysterical.
Yeah, really is. But no, it's and like honest to God, I get Craig, I can show you them. I get people from Coronation Street. They go, who are they? Oh, follow me. And honestly, it's just Craig. Honest to God, I swear to you. I get it on the plane, airports, everything coming up, everyone's coming. I'm in the toilet having a piss, and they're coming up and have a picture. Honest, unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Honest
I
to
honestly
God.
feel like you should have your reality show. If you got offered one, would you do it?
Well, let me talk about this.
Oh
No, it's not an air thing. I got not email, sorry. Yes, email, not January, gone January before. And she's I don't want to say her name. I didn't know who she was till I got told. She's very big. So she said, can we soon one another? And Craig, she was in LA, in her garden, well, not a garden, mansion, a big swimming pool and all that.
God's like a footy pitch.
She said to me, thanks very much. She said that was a fat smashing interview.
Mm-hmm.
And as from this say to that say, I don't know what it was.
You don't know?
Don't know what it was. I thought it was for a reality show because I know they'd done it to someone else. I'm not going to say what it was, but they told me.
Wow.
She told them who she got, and they told me they got a big, well-known shop in Liverpool. So you'd have to.
Okay, I love that. But would you if it was real reality, because like not scripted, if it was just you being you, following you around, would you do one?
I got locked up, Craig. Was I to a reality show? Yeah, I was. I would give a shit. I've got nothing to add.
I think you'd be
got nothing to add. See, what it is, I think with these reality shows, they don't look into what's happened. They tried to do 2 in Liverpool, and the 2 of them failed. And don't get me wrong, they don't get the right people. They haven't got the right people. They need people who's got something behind them, business people who works, like yourself, people who people can relate to. People are going, the Queen of Liverpool, the Queen. No one knows you, love, no disrespect to you. I don't watch it, only what someone showed me. And I'm not pulling it, I'm certainly not pulling any of them down. But what do you want to say that for?
My thing with that, my thing with any show, right? So years ago when Geordie Shore came out, and that's real reality. Yeah. I said, why didn't they do a Mersey Shore? Because every time they've tried to do a reality show where it's scripted reality, where they're reenacting stuff, it doesn't work because they're not being themselves. No. Like
I have them not real scouts.
I had a conversation with the person who'd done that scouts. I was one of the first people to have a conversation, and I thought about it, and I thought scripted reality. The first argument I have with someone or Tiff is the best one. You're not going to get me to reenact it any better.
That's it, Craig, you're right.
And us Scousers can't fake stuff very well. We say it how it is. Whatever comes out, comes out. If we need to apologise, we will.
Well, we will, yeah. I always do that. If I'm in the wrong, well, I'm a Craig, I'm a stubborn. But if I am in the wrong, I will say sorry.
But that was why I think it's never worked. Is because they're not getting people on to just film them and let them just be themselves.
That's it.
With them. If they say something out of turn, then they own it.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. It's like when people go, Craig, and this is how stupid, Craig, honest to God, this is how stupid they are. When people are going on social media and they go, how can I put it here? The Queen of this, the Queen of that. The first thing anyone's going to think of the Queen of Scotty Rose.
Queen of Scotty Rose.
Fucking dickheads. You're fucking advertising me. That's how stupid you are. You're advertising me.
Thank you.
I've been told by people that gone, and they're doing, and with luck, my God, the first one, the Queen of Scotty Rose, who you think of. So that's how stupid people are. I'm too established now, Craig. Everyone knows who I am. Everyone.
Well, that's like my next question.
Yeah,
so like,
sorry.
My next question is about that. So like, you've stood the test of time, and your
4 years.
What?
4 years.
4 years. Yeah. But you've been around this city for as long as I can remember. So if you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be? I'm dying to know. If you could give yourself anything, because
that's a good question, Craig.
I'm dying to know.
You got me, yeah. If I could come up to me and tell me, my younger self, what to do. Craig, do you know what? Would I tell myself? I do believe myself, so I wouldn't say that to myself. I'm a person who I can read people. Mm-hmm. I can read people, so I couldn't say that. I know who's a fucking ass. Keep away. What would I tell myself? No, Craig, I think I would tell myself, if I had to go back to when I was 16 or 15 and go, do you know what? Carry on whatever you think you're doing, because you're going to fucking smash it.
Oh, that's a good one.
You're going to smash it.
That's a good
one. So you carry on. Don't change nothing.
Yeah.
Don't change nothing in your past. just keep going on.
Just keep going.
I've done things I'm not proud of course.
Oh, so have I. I mean, I make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. And you know what? I can't wait to make the next one because I'm going to learn something from it. That's the only thing. And if I don't, and I make the same mistake again, I make the same mistake again.
Yeah.
I love that advice.
Yeah.
So you've not just been a figure in the gay scene. You've become a voice and a presence. What do you feel is your responsibility to the LGBTQ community, if anything?
What do
you feel your responsibility is? Do you feel like you've got a responsibility to be there and show a way to guide them? You know, like look at the way I am.
Darling,
look at the way I am.
Come on, Craig.
Why do you think
we've got no. I know what you mean. No, Craig. Thank you, Craig. But Craig, no. You look. You know, I've had Manchester. I've had Leeds. All gay pride. I've been on the main stages. Everything. The only fucking ones who's never asked me is Liverpool.
You are taking the piss.
God strike me dead. The only ones, well, you know what it is? It's fucking jealousy.
You are joking.
They've never, ever asked me. Never the biggest queen. Never asked me. I've had Manchester Pride. Then another one was, what's my favourite song? And I always remember walking into Reflections and I remember saying it, I am what I am. I remember walking in and no, it wasn't Hey Big Spencer, sorry. The minute he walked in, well, I sing that on my accent or when I walk through my accent, when I walk in, I go, the minute he walked in, the jive, bam, bam. So I do that when I walk in. But, you know, no, none of them. And what have I got to show them queens? No, let them make their own mistakes. Let them learn by their mistakes. Because I had to learn by mistakes. You know what I mean? I had some good friends who looked after me, who took me under the wing, you know, which I did, Craig. You know, and, you know, it's one of them things. You know, I've done things where I have friends and I slip behind the back with their fellas.
We've all done that.
I've done it more than fucking once now.
We've all done that more.
Oh, he's got me wrong. He's selling more cats.
Do you know what's so mad? It's like there's so many so much common ground between us, and like it's nice to be able to discuss it with someone. Most of my lab mates are straight, so
like
you know what I mean.
Craig, like man, honest to God, told me. I mean, of course, got Paul is me dear friends. You know what I mean? You know, Paul Wade, and he is my fucking really best friends. Lynn Flood's my fucking dear friends and all. I just love her. But then all my other mates. When I say all my other mates, Craig, what I mean by that? Do you understand what I've got? Me mates
acquaintances,
too. Yeah. Bevies. Then I've got exactly. Then I've got another good friends who's a very, very shy person, just likes to say in the background and all that.
Behind that curtain.
Yeah. And you work away and all the time.
Like I know the lights.
Go on, the lights. You know, so, you know, I go away on holidays and stuff with him and all that. And so I go with Paul and all that and Lynn. But it's Craig, honest to God, in this business, and I think you know yourself, Craig, it's hard to trust anyone.
Yeah. 1,000,000%.
Yeah, because Craig, I think sometimes, you know, you go, well, they are fucking genuine. They're not after nothing off me.
No.
Know what I mean? They're not, if I can help them, I will help them. You know, but they're not after nothing off me. But then you find out sometimes you might bring them into your circle and then you go, I fucking knew it.
I should have listened to your gut.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
1,000,000%.
Oh, Craig, I've done that and I've gone, fuck you, cut you right off like that and gone, fuck you.
And do you ever find, you know, when you've let someone in and you've trusted them and you've welcomed them in,
yes,
and then when you cut them out and then you look like the bad guy because
I'm looking the bad guy at this present moment,
because you've cut them dead, but and then you're like, no, you've I done it for this reason, but no one sees that.
No, and then when you try to tell the other people, you know, I was right here, and no one's believed you, but I've got to bump into a few. Because I've got the proof anyway.
You've got to bump into a few.
Got a proof on them. You know what I mean? Block me numbers and all that, you know, because I fucking phoned them and told them. And the next thing, block. So there you go.
They can block your number, but when they see you face to face, you've still got a couple of words to say.
They're on. But you know what? They're not be as good as me and good luck what to do. And I'm not interested. I've got bigger fish to fry.
I always say pray for them and move on. And that's what you should do.
Craig, when it's going,
takes more than a prayer for some of them, doesn't it?
Craig, not that I'm speaking out of turn and that, but you know what? Not that you want anything off anyone, but you never get a little thing, go back and go, oh, come on, we're going to, just say, come on, Craig, come on, I'm taking you to McDonald's today.
Yeah.
Because you're always taking
And no
me to
matter what,
McDonald's.
I would go no.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But
So
it's do you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's common decency and loyalty, reciprocation.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
That's all I need. You know,
Yeah.
I don't need anything from anyone, and that's the thing.
With a lot of people, and I know this, Craig, and when I say scared, I mean scared, oh, I'm going to kill you. They're just very scared of me because they know I'm not afraid to speak my mind.
They know you don't need them, and that's that you know that's your power. You know, innit?
Yes, I know that.
Do you know another thing I found common ground with you, and I didn't realize until we sat down, is when I've done well in the past 18 months than I have done in the past eight years. And do you know what? You know, in the past 18 months, I stopped letting people find me work and do things for me. I took it on myself, and I was like, I've managed 40 people at once. Why the fuck can't I manage myself?
Yeah.
And as soon as I've done that, my life's completely different.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? That's Craig, 100%. And do you know the best thing about that, Craig? You can decide what way, you want to come in, you might go, just say, for instance, whatever, your boy might go, well, I'm going to invite blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, we're not inviting them because I'm not fussy on them.
Yeah.
And they're not coming to wish me luck or wish me well.
Yeah.
You know, and Craig, you know that, and you know, there's a lot of people who don't want to wish you well.
Sometimes they're coming to spy, but they're pretending.
You're fucking telling me, love.
Yeah.
I could name a few, but I wouldn't name the names. Tell you after. I wouldn't name the names, but you know.
So for me, over the years, you've gone from local legend to social media sensation. Looking back, what would you say is the proudest moment? Like the proudest out of all of these new accolades, all of these new jobs, all the new work that's coming in. What's one of them sticks out and you go, oh my God, I actually got that. Like that, like, not like you're surprised.
It's someone who said something to me.
Go on.
My manager, Cavanagh, was in the house and my mother was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I got offered the Eurovision. And then I got offered the game show in the Little to do when he was at Square. And because we're not a family who, I don't know about you, we're often Ready family, so we've never been told that we love you, kissy and all that. We know when we would have loved us, we knew we would love, but we're not that kind of family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, their parents weren't like that. And I always remember the proudest moments of my life, and going back 2 years ago, was when my mother turned around and said to Will Cranny, in front of me, she said, and that's the first time I've heard my mother say it to me, she said, I'm so proud of him.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I've never ever forgot that. So fuck all the jobs, that didn't bother me, that. It was honest, that's the truth, that. And that's always stuck to my mind. And I've had things where I've gone, little jobs and other jobs. And do you know what another thing was stuck in my mind? When I got an email off Daniel Lewis and Colin Crombie, and they said they want me to star in Our Kid, the film. And I said, oh my God, what's going on here? So anyway, she said, here's swap numbers. Can we have your phone number? Anyway, I said, come down tomorrow and all that. They come down, they said, we want you to cafe owner, you with Lewis, Henry, Conor McIntyre and Mark McGowan. I can't pronounce his second name. McGowan. M-O-G. Is it
McGowan? Mogan?
McBogan. It's a lovely fella, no, Mark. You'll be killing me, won't you, love?
We'll blame the belly.
Yeah. And so anyway, working with them, and that was brilliant. And you know, when I tours, I went to London and they was out, they know me in London. And I go, Queen of Scotty, I'm all pictures. That was brilliant. You know what I mean? So that's 60 man. And then another person who got away with some fantastic actors there, when I done Salmonella Picture, that's not out till the end of this year. I'm at a post office clerk. I work with Kate Fitzgibbons. She was in Benidorm, Brookside.
Yeah.
Daniel Taylor. And it was good. And, you know, the Bray Police ran it with guns because it was post office and was getting robbed and fraudulent on a Sunday. Yeah. Oh, you made the Daily Star. Yeah,
oh, my God.
Yeah, honest. But it's them little things what, you know, to say. And it's, do you know what, Craig? I might as well just turn it around and say, I think I'm proud for everything I've done, what's stuck in my mind, because, you know, some people have helped me and some people have tried to destroy me.
Yeah.
They have.
And she's still, yeah.
Tried to destroy me. And I said, well, you want to play with them games? I'll play with them fucking games and all. I went, I'll play them games. I'm not fucking afraid to say it. And, but, you know, with some people, say, Craig, what it is, when people can look and they want to know why they can't be like that, well, that's not my fucking problem. I do, Craig, everyone's not going to like you, love. Everyone's not going to like you, Craig. And you're not going to like everyone, Craig. No. You know, if you said you like everyone, you'd be a liar. I can't say I like everyone, Craig.
And that's okay.
Craig. You know what I always say? I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm everyone's glass of champagne.
Let me stop you. You know
give us a song.
I loved what your answer. I didn't want to disturb you.
Come on.
But yeah.
Cheers to you, my love.
Cheers to fucking you.
Cheers to fucking you.
I want to talk about what you're doing with John May, because you know what? Oh my God, I loved when you were going, fucking DR, please talk me through that John. Character.
Right. Now,
John used to cut my hair. I've known John for 20 years to cut me hair.
Yeah, John.
Love John.
Yeah. Now, before that, John got in touch. He said, I've got this part. He said, I'm doing Craig and thing. He said, but I want you to be the priest. He said, he said, but then I want you to film. He said, when I'm trying to get the Stewart pub on Stewart Road, he said, by the way, it's the church, but then we'll film in St. Francis Sales Church, but we'll do it. So he's walking into the church, but you think it's the church. That was the first one. And I go, blah, blah, Father, can you say a prayer out of fathers and all that? And I went to, come up, I'll give you a go fucking see him too. I'll go fucking see him. Then the same day we had to film, and we had to film in the Shankly, Meg, Tina Malone, John, who else? John. Yeah, it was us three filming on that thing. Then that went good. Then as we done the Q&A forum in the Beer Kelly, and then months later he got in touch with me. He said, I've got a brilliant idea. He said, will you do it for us? I said, what? He said, be the priest. He said, we'll do The Exorcist. Well, we done that in South Post.
No, please do that. Which one? Fucking demon. Oh, I cried.
Be gone with you. Wait there, what was I saying? Wait there, oh God, let's see.
There's a fucking
No, I walked in. First, it was walked in and went, yeah, I've never seen nothing like this. I've been in some fucking Kessels in my time, but I've never seen nothing like fucking this. That was the first line. God, see it goes on the lines. Yeah, that was the first scene. Then John was going, lick me, kiss me. I want you to kiss your mouth with that mouth. Something about being, and then he put the voice on about the altar boys. I said, listen, you, I was proved not fucking guilty. The bands heads had little bowlehead fucking twats. But then, and then the one with the team and hang on, that was on the bed. Be gone, you fucking team, and be gone, you ugly twat, be gone. Yeah, Johnny, and he walking around in the fucking. Well, I remember all the lads.
Honest to God, that was brilliant. What was it like working with John?
Oh,
John,
he's
lost the part. I love John.
We went in. He come to mine. He picked me up. That was I think 7 o'clock in the morning, and I think he dropped me off at fucking 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. We were filming all that time in Prince of Wales. It was in South Post.
In the Prince of Wales,
we filmed in there. That one. Yeah,
that was brilliant.
Me and John, that was good. That we had to laugh like
that was a really good one.
All that we did have a laugh. I've got to be honest with you. And yeah, oh yeah, it was good. Yeah.
And then I want to talk about the movement that Central Waste have done, and we've spoke about how much we love Andy.
Yeah.
And I was honoured to be asked. He asked me to come along.
Yeah.
You've been a major part of that.
Yeah.
How does it feel to see other people like Andy doing stuff for our city? Finally, someone doing something great.
Do you know what? It's brilliant what he's doing, and it is. Andy's doing brilliant, and his team are doing fantastic for the city. But you know what? They're doing it, and no one's giving them. The council and all that. So they're probably saying, let them fucking do, and the council's not helping them with anything.
I'd be embarrassed if I was the council.
Well, there you go.
And I don't care. I'll just say
fuck you, Labour. Yeah, I won't be voting for you no more.
I don't vote anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I don't vote.
I'm not anyway, no more.
No matter who you vote for, they're listening to somebody above them. So it is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, it's so nice to see, and you got involved with that, and, it's nice to see someone else.
Yeah, I know someone,
nice.
Doing it, and he's going around
out of his own pocket.
I know that. Yeah, exactly. Out of his own pocket. Asking no one fucking nothing to help him. How he's doing it all himself. You know what I mean? But this is it. Well, where's the council? So the council know he's doing it for nothing, so they're not going to help him.
No.
Not gonna help.
But he won't stop. And
Oh, no,
I
we
love
won't.
that for him.
I know he won't, Craig. I know for 100% he won't stop, love.
So here's a question I wanted to ask you. If you could live anywhere in the world for a year away from the spotlight, where would you go and why?
Right, where would I go? Anywhere in the world?
Anywhere in the world.
Where would I go? I would out the spotlight where no one could see me.
I probably wouldn't go because I love the spotlight.
Yeah. Fancy asking me that fucking question, Craig?
I know. I want to see where you go. So maybe I'll get an idea from my
In a tunnel. In a tunnel. Where would I go? Where no one. Where would I go? Mind you, I've never been anywhere where it's been quiet, Craig. So where would I go where no one would see me? Where no one would. Do you know what, Craig? I'm stuck here for fucking weird. See ya. Where would I go? We know. Wait, think of it, Craig. Go to my telly Butlands in a fucking caravan. We no want to see me. Wales, but telly, yeah.
Oh, it's got to be somewhere with sun now.
I'm going to sunbed, though,
there we go.
Better make up, love. Somewhere with sun. Do you know what, Craig? Believe it or not, I liked it, but I don't know about Egypt. I went there and it was all right, but I wouldn't. I don't think I'd never say never. I don't think I would go back.
I like going
there.
Places where it's rough and ready. I think it's because I'm from County Road. You know what I mean?
Well, I know
it's like home from home.
No,
you
I'm
know?
like that myself.
I know what you mean.
I'm like that myself. Where would I go? Where the one without the limelight? Mind you, Greece was nice. Man, we go into
Mykonos, lovely.
Yeah, been there.
Rhodes is lovely as well.
Been to Mykonos,
Rhodes is lovely.
Yeah. So somewhere like that, I don't know. I don't the Vatican, Rome.
The Vatican.
Go see the Pope.
Yeah, I'd love to go to that Vatican and see what's in them files.
So would I.
Mate, I'd love to be.
Yeah.
Who's one person in the LGBTQ world who's famous that you'd love to sit down for a conversation with, whether that be a good conversation or like you've got something to query with them, and what would you ask them?
Craig. See, Craig, say, you know when you say that, someone on the LG, say, Pierce, Craig, I don't look, honest to God, I don't look up to any of them.
No.
I'm not going to sit here and go, because I'm going to go, we need to question. I've got to speak the truth.
That's not a bad answer.
No, I cannot say, because I don't get me wrong, they got good actors, this and that, and all this, but I can't see anyone who could say, well, I like to sit down with them and go, because at the end, say never, they might want to get in touch with me.
Yeah, they probably do. More than likely.
I've sat with a few of them, you know what I mean? A few people who know and all that, but no one would sit with and say, well, I like to answer the question.
Yeah.
I like, what you think of this? Honestly, truthfully.
The reason I asked is because, like, I would love to have spoke to either like Freddie Mercury or George Michael.
Oh, you're not about
Freddie Mercury because I'd love to go, hey, are you my granddad or something? Yeah. Because I've got a love of him. No, but I just about singing because I loved his voice and stuff. And then George Michael, there's like certain things I would have loved to have asked him, like stuff in the papers, and you go, hey, was that true? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the reason I asked. I just wanted to know if there was anyone like that you'd...
Fuck off.
Now he's thinking.
I'm thinking now. I'll say this in 10 minutes. I know you're not about Craig. No, not Craig. Honest to God. Honest to God. Honest. Do you know what, Craig? You wouldn't believe it. I'm not even one for social media. I'll just put mine on. I might have a little look and I go, this is what you want. I'm not on a constant. I used to be on fucking TikTok constantly, but not now. But
it's addictive, TikTok. That
I know
to scroll, and it means nothing to you, but you just scroll and scroll.
Come on, Craig. I have them need locking up. Locking up. Come on, Craig. Come on, they're all to losers.
Yeah, there's something not quite right there. There's something not quite right.
So that in this section.
There's more than questionable things on there now, and I'm thinking, how can that be on there, but you can't do it on Instagram? Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Craig, I look at them, and I look right at them, and I go, I can read you like a book. I wouldn't trust you as far as could throw you.
No. And you'd always trust your gut. We had this little thing earlier.
Yeah. I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. No. I said, and I don't even know you.
And you can see them through the worst thing is you can see it through a screen, and that makes it even worse.
This is it. When I go, you fucking after them are deluded. And, what I have to do, and good luck to them, that's it. But please keep my fucking name out your mouth.
Try to fucking you, yeah.
And, that's
and
it.
you. Yeah. And you as well.
And you titty ugly, fucking go for a load, fuckhead and fuck off.
What he said times 10.
Yeah.
So this is one from that I got from someone who's a fan of yours. What's the most outrageous or crazy thing you've done since becoming a social media sensation? And we want you to spill the tea on this one. That's a good question.
What's the most thing I've done since all this social media? Do you know what? Really, walking up to Carrefour's.
Go ahead and what?
Walking up to Carrefour's twice or 3 times. Say, get a fucking folks there. And she had a bodyguard with her. Oh, yeah. Not engaged, never done nothing to me. And then I went back and said, oh, should something nice to see you. I did. Nice to see you. You never be as good as me, girl. I said, you never be as good as me. I said, I did, honest to God. And then that's when the bodyguard, honest to God, he did, pushing me a fucking way.
No, he didn't.
He fucking did.
How did you handle that?
I told him what I thought of him.
Oh.
He did, no, honest. And I said to Carol Fordsman, I went, yeah, you might be as good as me, but you're not fucking better than me.
If you had to sum up your journey on this planet in one word.
You know, I've done a lot of things, and as I said, I'm proud of myself, and I've always been a good friend to people. But when you can be a good friend, and then you know that they can just fucking stab you in the fucking back. You know, it's fucking...
One word I'd use for you, survivor.
Yeah. Do you know what, Craig? I am a survivor, love.
You are?
I am a survivor, and I am a survivor. I've got to be honest. I've walked with my head up for fucking years. I've never put my head down because I've never been ashamed of myself. Never been ashamed of myself. You know what I mean? I am who I am. You know what I mean? You don't like me, that's your fucking problem, not mine. You know?
Well, I'm here sitting with the survivor.
Yeah.
That's what I would call you. So let's end on a fun note here. If there was a movie made about your life, who would you want you to play you, and what would the title of the movie be?
Oh, all right.
This is a good one. This is a good question.
Now, who would I want to play me? Right. Now, I know the title is big. Time to ride and friends of you. To ride to fucking you.
Okay.
Now, who would I like to play me? To be honest with you.
Fucking nobody.
Yeah, fucking no. Then it'd be as good as me. Let's see. Who would I know a few I could look at and go, who's Campus fucking Christmas? Anyone in Liverpool? Who would I like to play Mig? Who would I like to play fucking Mig? Darren
Taylor, imagine it.
Darren Taylor play me. He'd be me, just playing me.
I'd pay to see that now. I would.
Yeah.
Darren's a boss lad. I
Yeah.
love Darren. Darren, he's sound. Where can your followers and any new followers who keep coming? Where can they keep up to date with you? Where's the best place?
Do you know what, Craig? I started a YouTube channel last year, and started as well. And I've just got boards going around. You know, it's done quite well on all the first few, months now. I've got about 2,500 followers. I thought it's done good for you. You got to start.
You should start, graft.
Yeah, so we're going to start that again. That's coming up. That's going to start again. Well, you can get me on social media. You can get me on Instagram, Queen of Scots, get me on TikTok, and even Facebook. But Phillip Regan knew on Facebook, the Queen of Scots,
Phillip Regan knew. I don't think there's ever going to be a Phillip Regan new.
No, that was it, because I got bad from it. So let's fucking do another account.
Is there anything coming up in the pipeline that you want to mention now?
Well, I've already asked about this. I can turn around and say, I'm in talks. We're in talks over a pantomime at this present moment. They told me I can't say what pantomime it is. What it is. I'm going to be on ITV, a big programme. That'll be June. That'll be June. I've got that. And I've been for my second, not audition, a second meeting with ITV. It's a new show starting. And that's what I can say. That's all I can say about that. But Alan Carr's in it.
Alan Carr?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is going to be massive.
Yeah.
This is going to be amazing.
Oh, it's a big thing. So all the ones who looked at me and wouldn't even fucking like a comment, wouldn't do that. And I like everyone's, because I'm not jealous of them, see, Craig. They wouldn't like it. So me personally, I always turn around and say, you're quick enough looking at me fucking stories, but you wouldn't like anything. So I turn around and say, well, why should I follow you then?
Yeah.
So now I don't give a shite. I just go, unfollow, but I don't give a shit no more.
Yeah.
Don't, Craig, no, I'm not. Because you know what? You know, I don't want to be your friends. You know, you don't want to be mine. So fuck yeah.
If they counted you out, they're going to have to fucking count you back in.
They're jealous.
Yeah, they are. And do you know what? You know, it's so funny though. Everyone who watches and they don't follow you or they're watching, they're still keeping the engagement up.
Oh, I know.
And that's the best thing. You keep watching. Yeah. Keep watching from where you are.
Oh, I said that, yeah. Fucking watch all you want. You know what I mean? You know, and that's it. But some of them surprise me. Some of them do surprise me. And not just me. Some of them surprise me. And that's it. Because a lot of people know, I would not say threats, because certainly not, but a lot of people are scared because, you know, I'm not afraid to say anything, even on social media. I wouldn't be afraid to fucking say anything.
You can't give a shit.
Know what I mean? Nothing. Because you don't give me fucking nothing. Know what I mean?
And you don't need nothing.
I will listen to it. No one's helped me, Craig. No one's helped me. I've done all this myself. Don't get me wrong. I had Camille at the beginning. Did help me. I had Will Cranny, what helped me a lot. He did. I'm not going to say difference. But then from there to the past 2 years, Craig, I've done all this myself, and I've done a really good thing. So, you know, I've got an agent and all that, and they're good to me. You know, they've done very good for me.
But you're the one in control.
But I'm still my own manager. And no one's going to manage me. I manage myself. And that's what I'm going to do, Craig.
Well,
know
Phillip,
what I mean?
Listen, I've got a ritual on here. To come to the end, I always want a signature off my guest. Sign whatever the fuck you want on there. I want you to know how much I appreciate you coming on.
Oh, Craig, you know what? Thanks for inviting me.
You're a massive character, and I appreciate you.
Very rare to that my own name. But
thank you, darling.
No, thank you, Craig, and thanks so much, Craig, for inviting me. I've really enjoyed. I really have, honestly. Thank you, Craig.
I think what you've done is
for
amazing.
everyone else, me and Craig can't fucking stand one another. Only messing.
It's just all fake.
Yeah. It's all fake. We're going to be boxing one another now, tearing the fucking hair and killing one another. Yeah.
Cheers to you, mate.
Do you know what, Craig? Do you know what I always say, love? Times are hard and friends are few. Ta-ra to fucking you, Craig. Ew!
No, thank you.
Let's go on the air, Craig. Come on.
Let's go to that sex parties.